Okay, yeah, repetition tolerance. It's such an important issue, and it comes up in a number of ways, but there are kind of two that stick out to me. One of which is, the thing that gets me most interested in apologetics and deeply studying the Bible is some of these new, inspiring ideas. When I think about what sort of inspires me, it's some of these arguments, new arguments from philosophy, things that I hadn't heard before. So, for example, if we're talking about the Kalam cosmological argument and some of the ideas about how infinities may or may not be real in reality, this can be really like mind-blowing and really amazing. Or if we're looking at the design in the universe, and we're talking about the cell or something about transcription or something like that. When I encountered these ideas for the first time, they were explained by someone who was articulate and was able to put these high-level ideas on the bottom shelf so that everyone can hear them, understand them, and really resonate with them. And so when I find myself thinking about these things after I've thought about them many, many times and know them backwards and forwards, and then I talk to someone new about them, I can find myself cutting corners and not completely fleshing out the idea and giving it the time and presenting it in the way that it deserves that will inspire the person who I'm talking to. So this is something that I struggle with a lot. When I'm presenting some idea to somebody, even if it's something that I've heard a million times, it could be completely new for them. And I want them to experience the same excitement that I did the first time I heard these ideas. So when we learn these things, we need to try to be good teachers and meet people where they're at and make it clear to them. So that's one really, really important thing where we need to have good repetition tolerance. Another place where we really need good repetition tolerance is when we're talking with skeptics and atheists. This is so difficult because they bring up the same arguments over and over and over again. But many of the times that they're doing this is either the first time that they've said it and they think they're very, very clever, or they're repeating something that they heard someone say, but it was the first time they had heard it. So to them, it's still kind of a new thing, but to those of us who are dealing with this on a daily basis, it's like, oh my gosh, another argument about this or that, or this meme came up again and again. And so for those of us doing the apologetics, a lot of times it's just another day. And so we need to be able to we need to have a good repetition tolerance when we're talking to these people and not just shrug it off. We need to try to treat it well. What I will say, this is a very good advice, especially if you're doing this in the online space. I have a lot of saved replies, because if you run into the exact same meme argument, you can copy and paste and it will be, it'll be fresh to them. It's sort of like the well thought out long version. But if you get into this attitude of just giving a quick reply and okay, I'm just going to try to refute this with 2 sentences, the person who you're talking to has never heard the reply before. They really deserve the time to hear the best version of the argument. So in all of these cases, I think repetition tolerance is a really important thing for apologetics, and it's something that is not talked about enough.